Amy doesn't understand why I need to run through all the horses when we've talked about most of them. She doesn't understand that when I'm going to talk about my top 10 and top 12 list this week, that's what I like about the horses and what they've done. But speaking about where they came from, you know, what I like about them, what I don't like about them, the whole rundown of every horse in alphabetical order, I'm thorough. When it comes to my videos, I'm thorough. Make sure that everybody is the most informed people in harness racing, all our clients. That's why I do this. Even my wife doesn't understand why I need to do this extra added portion. She doesn't understand it. No, but my kids, they're supposed to be quiet back there. You just got chatterbox of the week. Get back. So, I'm going to give you our top 10 list. Top 10 horses this week. A lot of these horses aren't that surprising to you, given the week we've had. I'll give you a little hint. The top 3 are all from Ohio. How's that? So we're going to have a top 10 list. I'm taking your pillow. Top 10 list. Top 10 horses in TheStable.ca this week. Real time. Well, real enough. 2 days ago for you. So, See You in Tuscany. Number 1, easily number 1. Do I have to explain why?
You already did
no.
See You in Tuscany.
Yeah, I did. So keep it back there. Keep it down back there, chatterbox.
No.
Ah.
No.
See You in Tuscany is an incredibly talented colt. Come first over and laid 8 Ohio breds to waste. 153 flat. What kind of a mile is that for a 2-year-old? My God almighty. See You in Tuscany is some kind of animal. Just a beast. Coming in just behind him, Oh So Pine. Speaking of beasts, didn't go as fast as See You in Tuscany, but was very impressive. I put him in a bad spot. I trusted that I had the most powerful horse in the race, most talented horse in the race, just by eyeballing the other horses and looking at the 1 qualifier, 2 qualifiers they had. I felt my horse was the best. The board agreed with me with an 8-5, went off at 8-5 or 9-5 or something out of the 7-hole on a half-mile track. I got away 5th. I allowed them to get a cheap half in, knowing I would have to trot an incredible half to beat them. I wheeled Oh So Pine 3 wide down the backstretch, out 3 wide the last 3/8 of the mile, blew the last turn, and still won. Oh So Pine is a serious customer. Twinsburg looked good. 54-4. 3 stake winners this week. Wow, what a good week. Twinsburg, I opted to put her on the front where she was not comfortable and tried to pull up the whole way and looked at the moon and the stars and all the pretty butterflies and poles the whole way. Didn't pay attention to her work till the head of the lane when I called on her, and she was gone. 54-4. Very impressive filly. Very, very impressive filly, and a nice week for us in Ohio. Number 4, White Tiger. I think that's only fair. I do think that White Tiger, overall, dollar for dollar, pound for pound, second for second, is our best horse. I do. I still believe that. That's a tall thing to say, considering who I just mentioned. But White Tiger is a beast also. White Tiger only won a maiden. He's back in to go Monday in another maiden, and then Thursday or Friday we'll be shipping them horses out to Andrew Harrison, Pennsylvania. But White Tiger comes in at number 4 because he is a nice horse. Very nice horse in his own right. I don't have to keep talking about him. You guys saw him. And the horse that he beat out for 4th. Maybe I'm a little biased. But incredible mile. Coming in at 5th, Sunshine's Finest. When's the last time, I said this before, when's the last time you saw a 2-year-old pacing colt come 25-4 on the end of it? I can tell you I had one other colt do that. Do you know that? I even remember his name. I don't want to mention his name. But I will tell you this. I qualified him for a leading trainer in Ontario. He come his last quarter in 25-4, and I beat Betting Line, his first lifetime start in Ontario, Betting Line. I never beat him again, but I beat him that night. So for me, Sunshine's Finest, incredibly talented colt. I didn't come having 53 that day, but he did the other night. So, Sunshine's Finest, incredible colt, had him to the vet. You know, patched up a few little issues we found. Going to keep a real close eye on him. This is a serious colt, going to do some serious damage, hopefully, in Ontario this year for the stable. Number 6, Linnea. Linnea won the other night in 55 at first asking, 15-1. Big bomber at Mohawk. Sylvain drove her great. For those of you saying, why didn't you just put Sylvain on? I did. Sylvain picked over. He told me he was going to have to drive the other filly with the 5-hole. So you're going to say, well, when the lists come out, yeah, I saw the list before you did. And for me, I guess I could have left it blank. But at the same time, I said if Sylvain's not going to drive them, and Sylvain and I are the only two guys that really have ever gone with her, I think I'll go with me if that's okay. So Linnea drew 11. Grassroots should be a real contender in there on Tuesday night. Buckingham, talked about the mile she went in Dresden. Wow. Big mile in Dresden. This filly's got some serious talent. She's figured it all out. She understands what she's supposed to do. Number 8, Screaming Hawk, finished second in the maiden the other day. And yeah, I am going to put him in the gold. How do you like that? I can put him in the Grassroots, but I don't want to. I want to put him in the gold because he deserves it. He's getting better every time we put his harness on. He's smart on the track. He understands what he's supposed to do. James likes him, gets along good with him. He's going to the gold next week. Maintenance Man, another horse going to the gold next week. Raced well last week for me. Had some steering issues. Paced 54 and whatever. Last half in 54. Last quarter in 20. What are you laughing at? Last quarter in 27 and 2, and looked great doing it. So yes, Maintenance Man is heading to the gold also. Friggin' Biggin raced in the gold. It was friggin' good. Left, controlled the race, put it on them, beat fair and square, finished third, but raced some good doing it. You love this horse. It bothers the owner when I say he's stupid. He's as dumb as a box. He's so dumb. But he tries. I love him to death because he tries to do his work, and he's getting polished. He looks better. You know, I told them there for this next start, I said, you don't even need that head pull. Just hobbles and a set of boots and closed bridle. That's it. Just does his work really well. Just a really nice horse to be around, and a nice horse in general. Easily number 10. Did a lot of work this week and raced very, very good. 4 of our Ohio horses hit this board, rightfully so. 4 Ohio, 4 Ontario, 5 Ontario, and 1 Pennsylvania. So that's a top 10 list. Those are our top 10 horses, the way I see it. You can see it however you want. You don't get to have your own video. I do. So I'm going to have it this way. These are the top 10 I like. Top 10 I like. A couple of horses that killed me not to put them on this list too. But thankfully they made it on to the keep your eye on these horses list. You labeled it literally keep your eye on.
What do you want me to write? What would you call
Pretty
it?
literal. Keep your eye on list. Coming up next are top 10 keep your eye on. Top 12 keep your eye on horses. Be right back with some horses to keep your eye on in a minute. So we're back here with our top 12 keep your eye on horses, as Amy wrote it on the top of the page. Number 1, I wanted so bad to put her on the top 10. She hasn't raced yet, so I couldn't. Dance Hall Babe. I keep talking and gushing about this horse and how much I like her. I love this horse. First start in the gold next week. I don't know if she's tight enough or have enough fast miles into her. I'm going to give her one more on Tuesday before next Sunday. But Dance Hall Babe is my number 1 horse to keep your eye on. Number 2, West 52nd. Got a shitty luck the other night. Never mind. He got some bad luck the other night. Made a break going to the quarter. I explained it in the outset of the videos.
No, do it again.
See, that's sarcasm. That's what your wife gets like after 5 hours in the car. No, do it again. Do it again. I'm gonna do it again. So what happened was we have this horse hung up to run in. Anyway, never mind. Go back and watch the start of the video. He made a break. He hit himself and made a break at Northfield. I'll be flabbergasted if he does it again. Not a horse to generally make breaks and make mistakes. And I'm going to write it off because I know he's a good horse. I've said it, and I'm going to continue to say it. I think this is a legit top-end horse, and I think he's going to show it in Scioto on the 20th. Warrawee Ultra. Just a horrible mile the other night. Just a disgraceful mile the other night. Very disappointed. She did scope a little bit sick after. We got some issues we're working on. We do have to get her qualified now Tuesday. I don't know why she didn't make a break. Anyway, doesn't matter. It was a horrible mile. She's got to qualify on Tuesday. I'm going to qualify her easy on Tuesday. I'd like to go mile 2-1 with her on Tuesday. Maybe I'll race her in the Grassroots, but I find it so hard to believe this isn't a gold filly. I schooled this filly in 159.3 2 weeks ago. So, War We Ultra, pretty tough to look past that crappy line, but I'm gonna do my best to do it because I know she's a good filly and there's nothing wrong with her. Number 4, Time Al Houdini, qualified a little lackluster the other day, but as Mike Saftigan put it, just kind of went to sleep. He was by himself. He was in with horses that just couldn't go with him. They weren't ready to go with him yet. He just dawdled. So I'm going to put this colt in the gold because I believe he belongs there. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But we'll see. Number 5, Time Al Tulo. Now this horse is probably going to go to the grassroots, and you're probably going to ask why. He's second and second. I might change my mind this week. I might enter him in the gold also. This is a colt, very tenacious. Horses don't usually lay on the outside the whole way on a half-mile track and get picked off and nose at the wire. Very talented colt, but more than talent, he's figured it out. He's smart. As he was parked, he wasn't in a big hurry to press on. Danny kind of had him in a bad spot. Not much he can do, just the way the race shook down. He went to float down into a position, and guy filled the hole on him because it was definitely the Breeders' Crown. I mean, you have to fill the 6 hole on somebody in a maiden. It's important. So anyway, that's sarcasm. He sat on the outside and advanced, give him his head, gassed him a little bit, cleared to the lead, but as he was advancing, clearing the lead, there's another horse right behind him, got to draft on him the whole way, got the jump on him and beat him by a nose at the wire. So, Time Al Tulo raced great, so he may find himself in the gold. I don't know, I'll talk to Danny. It's a big ask. It's a big ask. So we'll see. Time Al Tulo could end up in the gold also. Stonebridge Loyal. Filly raced unbelievably good the other night. Got away 7th on a half-mile track, 3 wide around the last turn. Finished 2nd and raced great. Christine K. qualified fantastic, 57-3. Last half, 50-something, 59. Last quarter in 29. Looked good doing it. Really, I didn't think she was ready for that kind of work. Thought it was too much for her. She did it really easy. So she's in Georgia tomorrow at 8-5. Should be fine. What are those faces make for me? Are you making faces? Oh, I see. Okay, just another 130 kilometers left. It's not a big deal. Anyway, Mo Better raced terrible the other night, but scoped really sick. My biggest concern is he going to be ready for next Thursday? There's at least a small voice to me that says no. So we are going to enter him, but he may not race. We'll see. Whatever's best for Mo Better is what we will do for Mo Better moving forward. So he's on antibiotics, so should we clean him up quickly by Monday or Tuesday. There was some inflammation in the airway also. Hopefully we can clean that up. We'll probably jog him up real good, scope him, see how he scopes on Wednesday, Tuesday, and then we'll make a decision if we're going to race him or not. Springbridge Proud, Indigo Sunday. I'm a little bit torn still of whether it was the right idea to enter him. I spoke to Harry quite a bit about it. You know, in hindsight, I think Harry maybe wanted to wait. I should have. Anyway, no big deal. He's in Sunday. We'll see how he does. He's tight enough. Just had that big foot separation in his foot. I don't know how much that'll affect him. So we'll see. Casanova's Jewel, qualified fantastic. He's in to go tomorrow also in Georgian Downs. Picked to win, deservedly so. Obliterated them in his qualifier, 2 minutes last half of a minute. Win by 11 lengths. There's no shortage of speed with this guy. Just confidence, got none. So just needs to build his confidence, this colt. Found a few little spots with him in at the vet clinic the other day. So hopefully we're on the right track with Casanova's Jewel. I'd love to see this colt go out and jog and then send him to Pennsylvania. That would be great in my mind, but we will have to wait and see. Final Answer. Really should have come in behind a lot of these horses. Final Answer raced great the other night. Sleepy James left with him and put him on the front. Let one go, sat in the 2-hole, got locked in, get out late, finished 3rd. Raced great. Very happy with the way this colt raced. Very happy with the way James drove him. I know James probably broke out in hives as soon as he left the gate. I don't know why he left them. I didn't tell him to leave them. Usually James would get away 8th. I'm charging on the end of it, but I'm happy he put the colt in the race. Looked awesome. He is going to the Pennsylvania Sire Stakes next week. Another horse we're going to school on Tuesday, sorry. And then last but not least is another horse we're schooling on Tuesday, Stonebridge Simba. Looks like he got a little jammed up in behind everybody. I'm a little surprised they didn't chart him with an interference break, a 2-year-old colt like that. Oh, can you turn it down?
Yeah, when are we there in?
We're going to be there in about, I'd say an hour, maybe a little less. We're not in London yet. We're almost to London. Anyway, Stonebridge Simba looked great right up until he made that little break. I turned it off after that. It looks like he was 5th or 4th in race good after that. So I was really, really happy with Stonebridge Simba. A little upset that he made a break. He should know better. But that happens, maybe. We will school him. I'd like to school this little bugger in about 58 or 59 on Tuesday and send him down to Andrew. Andrew owns a chunk of this colt. And I know that he's well-bred. Apparently he is a brother this year. I'm not sure if it's a full brother or a half, but he's just a creature in Pennsylvania. So we got a lot of nice horses, and hopefully this guy is one of them. Still got some transition into horses going to other jurisdictions over the next little while. In Pennsylvania, we have 4 trotters heading to Pennsylvania. Unless Casanova's Jewel looks bad, he will be number 4 heading to Pennsylvania next week. 3 to school, some to train. But the next 2 weeks, we will have all of our jurisdictions firing on all cylinders. That is the top 12 list of keep your eye on list, as Amy put it, and top 10 list of horses this week. So now you got all the stables, you got everything you need. All you need is the one list that Amy says we don't need, the everybody list. I'll rock through them pretty quick. You've heard about most of them, but some of you haven't. Got some big news to tell you when we get to the J portion of this list right here. I'm not even telling you. Got some big news. Anyway, if you don't care about the news, don't watch it. I shouldn't have told you. I should have watched you make the whole list, and then you know. Anyway, fast forward to the J if you're just wondering about the news. All right, be back in a minute with everybody.